Oh, there you are, YouTube. Hey everybody, so today we are going to take a look at my, complete Planet of the Apes collection. All of the movies, I have every single one. We're sort of doing this to prepare for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Getting excited for that, can't wait for it. Comes out tomorrow. I have a special video for tomorrow as well regarding that film, regarding the Planet of the Apes franchise. But yeah, what we're going to do, we're going to sort of do an unboxing. This is kind of like a re-unboxing, something I've never shown on the channel as far as I know. I've never made a specific video. Maybe it's been in the background or something like that. But this has been away in storage for quite some time. And this is kind of maybe a grail piece that I own. And it was given to me by my wife. I can never remember if it was Father's Day. No, I think it would have been before Father's Day. Yeah, so this would have been, or before I was a dad. So I think this was either birthday or Christmas, most likely birthday, I think. I honestly don't remember. But she got it for a good price, and I think they're very expensive today, and I don't know how she got it for the price she did. But it is this Planet of the Apes complete, ultimate DVD collection, complete at the time. And it's basically the Caesar bust, and within it are the Planet of the Apes movies. And we're going to unbox this. We are going to take a look at what is inside and also look at some of the newer Planet of the Apes movies as well, which are not included in this. So what is included in this, actually, let me show you. On the side here, it tells you everything that's included. It's not only the movies, but it's also the TV shows, which include a live action and an animated series. So what we have in here is Planet of the Apes 1968, right there. Beneath the Planet of the Apes, which is the sequel, Escape from the Planet of the Apes follows that film. Then Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, then Battle for the Planet of the Apes, which ends this sort of collection of films, because then we have the complete 1974 TV series called Planet of the Apes, which I remember I have watched it. I've watched everything in this, and that one is weird because it's like it's its own series that has nothing to do with the movies, but there are these like weird little hints that kind of make it seem like it takes place right after this movie and right before this movie, but otherwise it seems like it doesn't. It's weird. It's like almost like they're tiny little Easter eggs, but I find them more confusing than anything else. And then also the animated series from 1975, Return to the Planet of the Apes. And then also we have the Tim Burton one right down here, Planet of the Apes, that came out in 2001. So it's all of the original films, the 2 television shows, 1 live action, 1 animated, and then the Tim Burton movie, which has the amazing makeup. But here are the list of movies there on the side. But let's take a look at the front here. So this is Caeser. This is from Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. So that is, let's see, we were just there, right here, this film. I probably can't read that. 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's the 4th film. And yeah, so they used him to basically be the bust to house all of the movies, and it's an amazing sculpt. The fur is cool. But yeah, I put him away in storage, and he's been in there for quite a while. And then here on the back, it shows you all the details. It tells you again all of the movies that you get. The Planet of the Apes film is a 2-disc anniversary edition, and then the other ones look like they don't have many special features at all until you get to Battle. Battle has 10 minutes of never before seen footage, and then the TV series has 10, I guess it's just talking about the 10 hours of television show, which I've watched. And then, let's see, Return to the Planet of the Apes, the animated show. It's never been released until this. The 13 episodes. And then the Tim Burton film, which has quite a few special features on it. So you're getting most of your special features from the original film and then the Tim Burton film as well. And then here on this side just sort of shows you all of the films there that you get. So up here it says the official bust of Caesar featuring plush fur, realistic eyes, and high quality durable vinyl. Rare bonus for fans, the animated series. And then limited edition certificate. They only made 10,000 of these, so this is one of 10,000. I can't remember what my number it is, but we'll find out when we unbox this. So, should we get in there? Should we get inside Caeser? Check this out. Here's, let me show you the top. You know, the top is plain, nothing there. Same thing with the bottom. But, again, it's been a while since I've opened this. I'm trying to remember how to do it, because I thought this slid off. Yeah, I guess I could slide this off. Like, this is kind of like a slip cover that we have here, but I think I'm going to leave that on, because I don't think I have to take that off. Again, it's been a while. Yeah, maybe I should take it off, now that I just don't want to rip what I'm seeing here. There we go, got the slip cover off. As you can see, now this is huge. Look at that. Fits my head. Ooh, look at that. Ultimate Collection right there, plain white. Open that up. Okay, so here's the certificate. Certificate of authenticity right here. And I have number, this is out of 10,000, I have number 8,185. That is what I have right there. There's my number. Awesome. Keep that safe. And then we have some styrofoam here. Okay, I remember this is kind of difficult to get out as well. A lot of sliding. Okay, got that. This is now empty. Okay, check it out. Ooh, what's in this compartment? Okay, so this right here just shows you, this is the back of Caesar. He's kind of wearing like those, almost like a army colored outfit. Okay. You know what? Let's put this down this way. Whoa, 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 whoa. The base here. Little foot there, little foot there. You can see his face here. Look at that. Man, it's been a while since I've seen you. Zipper, working zipper here. There he is. It's Caesar from Conquest. Check him out. So I do remember I have two twin daughters, and I did have him out on display for a while, and when they were very little, they liked him, but then, I don't know, imaginations start getting big, and then they were a little afraid of him. So that was one of the reasons I put him away, but also he was starting to get a little bit of sun damage. So I don't know if you can tell, it's very faint, but I noticed under his collar was a better, richer green than what was out here. So his jacket was starting to sun fade a little bit, and I didn't like that. So let's see if you can tell right here. I did experience a little bit, okay, can you tell that? Some sun fading. So I kind of put him in storage for that reason as well. I didn't like that the light was damaging his jacket. But yeah, so right here we have these working zippers. As again, I pointed out the collar. His chest, he's wearing just a different color green shirt right there. And then you can see the rest of the jacket there. That full head of hair. Let's take a look at the face. Look at that detail. You can see the ring light in his eyes. See how those are really reflective? Nice wrinkles on the face. And if I recall correctly, this is Roddy McDowall playing Caesar. So he started as Cornelius in the first film. He was not in the second film. He was not in Beneath. Someone else played Cornelius, but then he came back as Cornelius and then continued in the films, but as Caesar, if I recall correctly. Look at that. John Chambers' makeup, man. He was actually, speaking of Oscar, he won an honorary Oscar for his makeup on this film. Well, on the original Planet of the Apes. The original Planet of the Apes was also nominated but did not win for costume and Jerry Goldsmith's score, which is, I think, iconic. Iconic. You still hear it today in being referenced in other movies, television shows. Whenever there's like a horseback chase and they're trying to catch somebody with a net or something, guaranteed you're going to hear a ripoff of, or an homage to Jerry Goldsmith's score. So let's get into his back here, because this is where you're gonna find the movies. Velcro, lift that up, look at that, Planet of the Apes. And this is sort of the box set right here, slides right out like that. And then here he just has a hole in his back, as you can see. All right. So let's get into these films here. I'll show you sort of the spine, I guess. I wish this was, I don't know, it's okay that it's this size, but it almost looks like CDs or something, you know, a CD box. But we have this on the front. I'll read that to you in case the glare is too strong. Somewhere in the universe there must be something better than man. Then here says Planet of the Apes. Nothing on here but outer space. Again, Planet of the Apes, Planet of the Apes. Then on the back, it says the Ultimate DVD Collection, which we keep reading over and over, and then it has the list of the movies and the show here as well. So, how do we open this? Okay, so this is basically a slip cover, and then this slides out right there. Okay. What do I want to do here? I'm going to pull him back a little. Put this there. So we have, it looks like Charlton Heston here, I'm guessing. Here it says, in a matter of time, an astronaut will wing through the centuries and find an answer. Right there. Look at that. Dramatic. Spine, Planet of the Apes. Right here, this is where we open it. On the back, we have this iconic spoiler right here. You can see there, it's Charlton Heston being all sad and upset. Can't believe his eyes. We have the Statue of Liberty there. And then we open this up. Ooh. This is cool. Oh wait, is that right? Okay, yeah. He may find the most terrifying one of all on the planet where apes are the rulers and man is the beast. Man the beast. So check that out. That's what we're seeing on the inside. And then unfolds to the films and shows. Okay. So should I go through each one of these? Let's do it. I think I can do it. Maybe I'll do it like this. Disc 1, Planet of the Apes. This is Planet of the Apes, Disc 2, with the Statue of Liberty. They need to stop spoiling the movie. Here we have Beneath the Planet of the Apes, which is the sequel, which Charlton Heston only cameos in. Probably my least favorite of, well, probably not of them all. Maybe Battle is, but we'll get to that one. Next we have Escape from the Planet of the Apes, when they come to Earth. They come to Earth, and that is, I think, the year 1990. I'm pretty sure they go to the year 1990. I think they're in the 90s. I could be wrong there. Is that right? I could be, no. Maybe I'm right. I can't remember. But I do know here in Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, right here, that one talks about, and maybe it was the previous one, talks about how in 1983 cats and dogs became extinct, and then humans started taking in apes as pets, and that's sort of, where things led, because then they started, forcing labor on them, and then the apes revolted, and that revolt is eventually what led to the Planet of the Apes, right? Taking over, and humans no longer reigning over the planet. And then we have here the last film, Battle of the Planet of the Apes. And then Planet of the Apes television series. These are episodes 1 through 4, right there. And it basically, if you've ever seen like the Hulk, Incredible Hulk television show, where you have like, it's kind of a nomadic show. There was like an episode of Mandalorian that was kind of like this. It's like they're traveling to these different villages, and then something happens, and then they fix a situation, or have to run away from a situation, or help people, something like that. It's very much like the Incredible Hulk television show. So that was episodes 1 through 4. Now we're on the other side here with episodes 5 through 8. Then 9 through 12. And then 13 and 14. Episodes 13 and 14 for the Planet of the Apes television show. And then we move to the animated series, which is Return to the Planet of the Apes. And the animated series is interesting because they have very sophisticated futuristic technology, which we don't get in the movies, right? The apes in the Planet of the Apes films, even the ones that we get today, their technology is very limited, right? But in the animated series, I mean, they are like in rocket ships and stuff like that. Like, it is highly advanced, far beyond where we are now. It's like the Jetsons, right? So here we are. These are episodes 1 through 7. The animation in this show is not very good. Very minimal movement. A lot of like just still characters, and then their mouth is just moving, like it was made on the cheap. Next we have episodes 8 through 13. So I'm a painter, and I watched a lot of these while I was. Is that all of them? 8 through 13? Okay, so that's just 2 discs. I watched all those animated ones and the both television shows a lot while I was painting in my studio. Kind of used them as background a little bit. And then here we have the 2001 film, Tim Burton film, right there. And then the second disc with probably the special features and such. I believe that character right there was played by Michael Clark Duncan. So I actually, and that's the last disc. I'm actually a pretty big fan of that movie. Like, for me, the artistry, the set design, art direction, makeup, costumes, all of that is so strong in that movie that I can overlook a lot of the other problems that the film may have. I can very easily do that. I really love that Charlton Heston has a cameo in it. I love Paul Giamatti in it. He is wonderful. We also have, Mark Wahlberg's in it. And, gosh, I know I'm missing somebody very important. Helena Bonham Carter. She's in it as well and does amazing. The way they were able to act through their costumes and makeup was phenomenal. I just, again, really love the art design in that movie, the art direction. And the other films, same thing. John Chambers with his makeup is fantastic. As you can see, what he started and what was continued in the rest of the films is like legendary. It's amazing what he did. And you may know him if you've ever seen the movie Argo. John Goodman plays him in that movie. So that's the character he's playing was John Chambers, who designed did all the makeup for the Planet of the Apes film. But if you go to Battle of the Planet of the Apes, that one was kind of lower budget, or it feels that way anyway. It's sort of told with flashback bookends, and something that if you're looking in the background of that movie, it's just very clear. They're just like they have pullover masks, a lot of the like ape extras and things like that, and it starts to become a little bit noticeable, unfortunately, where I think it's a little more seamless and has a tangible realism in all the other films, but Battle, not as much, and that's one of the weaker points of that movie. But yeah, so not only do I have these, but I also have the newer films as well. So let's take a look at those. Actually, let me put this back in here. Okay. Let's see. The order of these I always mess up, but I did get them prepared. So I also have here on Blu-ray Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and I got that slipcover for it. I think there are better, cooler versions of this on physical media, but this is what I'm working with anyway. Frida Pinto, James Franco, Andy Serkis, obviously. He should win an honorary Oscar someday, I believe. This is a wonderful movie. I really like this one because it has a strong like blockbuster popcorn movie feel to it, where its sequels don't necessarily have that. They get very serious, which I like. I like how serious they take this franchise. I think that's unique. It has a strong sincerity to it. I'm not saying this one's not sincere, but it does have more of a popcorny feel to it, but still great. Oh yeah, John Lithgow, Brian Cox, Tom Felton, also in this movie. So big fan of this one. Might be my, I don't know. I don't know how to rank these three. But the next one in line is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes right here. So that's kind of why I always get a little confused. Like Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn. It's like, which one's first? Those two I kind of get mixed up on the title if I don't have them in front of me. But here we have a pretty good cast as well. I remember Carrie Russell, Felicity, is in it. We also have, let's see here, Gary Oldman. Oh my gosh. Completely forgot Gary Oldman was in this. Um, let's see. Jason Clarke, Andy Serkis, of course. Toby Kebbell, Cody Smith McPhee also. This one is good too. Very emotional, good action. I remember I was a camp counselor, and at the one of the days we would go to the for an art camp, and we would spend one night at the movies, and we were seeing this movie, and I remember thinking, oh man, we just there everybody was in high school, but some of the campers that this movie was like a little intense for them, and I understand why, but it was still really cool. And then we have, unfortunately, I don't have a slip for this. I wish I had a better version. Someday I'll get a better version, but we have War for the Planet of the Apes. Now this one is just like biblical level type stuff. I mean, this is a like phenomenal film here. Great, phenomenal, amazing. It's so good. It's told with amazing sincerity. Steve Zahn is in it, and I love his character so much. And oh, and that's interesting because I'm trying to remember, was Steve Zahn's ape, was he from the circus? I think he was. And that's a cool tie-in because in the original Planet of the Apes movies, uh, we see them on horseback. And it's like, how'd they learn to ride horseback? Well, in the original, Caesar, he is being raised by Khan, Wrath of Khan. Gosh, I can't remember his name right now, but the person who plays Khan in the original Star Trek. He's being raised by him, and he's a circus owner. And basically, as he's raising him on Earth, like present day Earth or whatever, he teaches him how to ride horses, and basically his act is he's an ape that rides horses. So it makes sense that he passes that down, right? And then I think this is only just occurring to me right now. Steve Zahn's character was his ape was from the circus as well, and if I think I'm right on this. Now I've only seen this movie once in the theater, but I wonder if he is who brings horseback riding to the apes. That would be amazing. Like maybe he rode apes in the circus. That would be great. I hope that is the connection there. But I'm very excited for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I can't wait for it. Man, this I'm just looking at this display here, and this looks cool to me. This is awesome. Seeing all of these movies here. Oh man, I gotta get really stellar versions of this. Are these even on 4K? Maybe they're on 4K. Maybe I should pick them up on 4K because the Planet of the Apes franchise is one of my favorite franchises, and a lot of that stems from the originals and the makeup and just being amazed at that. When I was young, I wanted to get into makeup artistry for movies. I didn't really pursue that path other than just dreaming about it when I was a kid, but it was something I definitely thought about, and definitely because of these movies. I loved asking my dad questions about them because they were kind of around during his time when he was younger, in the 70s and kind of 60s and 70s. So yeah, I'm a really big fan of these. I can't wait for Kingdom. And another thing I want to mention, so these are Fox films, right? 20th Century Fox. And who owns Fox now? Disney owns Fox, right? So here I have a gorilla here on my shirt with Donald Duck. So here it's like Donald Duck is hanging out with these apes. But here's the thing. I don't know if you know the Disney parks at all, but down in Orlando, Florida, there is a theme park there, one of Walt Disney World's theme parks. One of Walt Disney World's parks is called the Animal Kingdom, and they're always looking for ways to expand it, and I think one of the ways to expand it, now that they have control of the Apes franchise, is do a Planet of the Apes section, and have characters walking around, like cast members walking around as Planet of the Apes style apes. I think that would be great. They could create a ride based on it. There are so many things they could do. So Disney, do that. You heard it here first. I've heard no one else say that. Maybe somebody has, but I don't know. That is something I thought up, dreamt up the other day, and I hope it happens. I would love it if Disney brought the Planet of the Apes to Disney's Animal Kingdom. I think that would be awesome. Yeah, this is my collection for this franchise. I also have an original printing of the English language version of Planet of the Apes novel. So it's actually a French novel, but I have a first printing in English. And I have an art project that I do with that book. And that's what tomorrow's video will be about, because the movie opens tomorrow, and anytime a Planet of the Apes movie comes out in theaters, on the day it comes out, I perform this sort of art project. So that's what tomorrow's video will be. I'm saying all this, watch me not be able to do it, but let's act like I can do it. So yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for watching as I showed off my Planet of the Apes collection. And again, this is sort of a grail piece right here. This is something I always wanted, and my wife got it for me. Actually, I shouldn't say always wanted, because I don't even remember like when it came out, but I discovered it and then, wanted it for a couple years, and then my wife got it for me. But I've had it for, I don't know, maybe 8 years or so, and I love it. It's one of my most prized possessions in terms of physical media. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.